There he is.
There he is.
Once again, he looks like he's in the secret square on the Hollywood Squares on our big screen.
I love that.
Costaki, I believe you called it, as did Chick McGee, just to set you up here. When it came to the Super Bowl, Chick's pick, he picked an overtime game, called that. He said Mahomes would be the MVP.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Congrats, Chick.
And he said that Mahomes would be the MVP, and he picked the winner.
Yep.
Wow.
Just basic stuff.
Work, buddy.
1, 2, 3. Almost too easy. Yep.
I think overtime was a big payout on the props bet, right?
Yeah, buddy of mine.
30 to 1 or something.
Yeah, buddy of mine went ahead and he did quite well. Yeah.
Man.
Oh,
is he going to take you out for a steak?
Yeah.
Well, eventually. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Now, Costaki, your thoughts about the Super Bowl?
yeah, I loved it. I thought it was great. Congrats to the Chiefs. Congrats to Patrick Mahomes. You deserve it, man. At the parade this week, just don't forget to take your dad's car keys away. That's all. Make sure he isn't driving any of the floats.
There we go.
A DUI, I believe.
One word we keep hearing reminds me of primetime soap operas in the 80s, Dynasty.
Oh.
But one word we haven't heard this week, Dallas. So that's Kansas City Dynasty sounds like a reality show about a barbecue restaurant. That sounds fun. Let's watch that.
Mighty good barbecue. Yeah.
Mahomes is coming for your legacy, Tom Brady. Check that rearview mirror. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. This was the 7th longest game in NFL history. I assume the longest is Falcons-Patriots. That one's still playing in my head. So this is the Super Bowl where both teams get to touch the ball in overtime? Interesting. Not bitter at all about that. A different rule.
Did you see that apparently Chick was telling me, I guess Shanahan was not clear on what the rules were?
It definitely a couple of the players weren't clear, which is kind of surprising to me after, apparently the Chiefs were like practicing and discussing this for 2 weeks. And the Niners were not quite sure how it worked. Some of them were puzzled. They didn't take the ball and just score and win kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Like there's a last at bat now. I've done this little quiz with Chick before. Can I do it with you, Tom? Quick little fun quiz for you. Aussie Rules Football has, in the last several years, changed their setup. But for over 100 years, when there's a tie in Aussie Rules Football, which happened 3 times in 115 years or something, what happens next? In the grand final, it's their Super Bowl. It's 100,000 people there. It's a big national thing. It's like our Super Bowl. What happens when that ends in a tie?
Some kind of kickoff thing where they all take shots? I don't know.
They flip a coin.
That's a good guess. Anyone else want to chime in?
They flip a coin?
They flip a coin. Good guess.
There's a boxing match.
Oh, there you go.
Like some kind of fight
Kangaroos.
between two
Sure. They have, again, just to be clear, they've since changed it. They now have an overtime thing that they do. But for over 100 years, when that game ended in a tie, which happened in 2010, they just play the game again the next week.
Whoa!
Wow.
That's cool.
Isn't that a great answer?
Yeah.
Well, more football, yeah. Boy, I don't know, though,
kidding.
getting up again for another Chiefs 49ers game this coming weekend. I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be a weird call to Usher. Hey, don't put the skates away.
Yeah, that's right. A lot of the stakes. That's funny.
Wow.
Usher's from Atlanta. Finally, a good Atlanta performance in a Super Bowl. That's nice.
I didn't know. I'm not really familiar with Usher's work. I was impressed that when he had the roller skates, got those out, I loved it.
Yeah, it's fun.
Were they traditional roller skates or blades?
They were roller skates.
Wow.
Yeah.
Don't they call those 4x4s or something? I think they do.
Yeah. Based on this show, he got promoted from usher to groomsman. So congratulations.
Oh, that's good. He actually got married, didn't he?
Yeah,
He
right,
did after the game. Yeah.
right after pawing Alicia Keys. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, all over.
After half of fumbles and 3 and outs, the halftime show was a welcome respite. People were moving around the field in coordinated motions following a plan. It was nice. To that point, it was the only 15 minutes of the game that didn't feature at least 2 punts. Usher took his shirt off. We saw Jason Kelsey topless. Can we get Gracie Hunt in on the fun? Can we? The heir to the Chiefs. Yeah. Janet Jackson must have been watching at home like, oh, sure, now it's cool. Fine. Yeah.
Nipples.
Yeah.
The NFL considered Lizzo for the halftime show, but they were worried the audience would see a fat lady singing and think the game was over. That would,
All right.
Well, I think that's a fine joke, Costaki. I'll back you up on that.
All right.
You'll get complaints.
You'll get complaints.
I'll get a few strongly
I
worded
think
emails.
Lizzo's happy with who she is. I don't think there's any,
He wasn't critical of that?
not at all.
I'm not judging.
He's talking about the perception of the audience.
Right.
Right. That's right. The game was ugly early. It was hard to watch. You'd think it was on Peacock. It was hard to watch. It was hard to. There was no scoring for a long time, and then towards the end, it got really exciting. It was the opposite of a marriage. It was like, At halftime, Travis Kelsey had one catch for 1 yard. Yeah. Taylor Swift must have been thinking, I traveled to the other side of the earth for this? Ridiculous. 2025, the NFL will play a regular season game in Spain. And someday they might even put a professional football team in Carolina.
Carolina.
They don't have a professional team. You
Carolina.
Panthers not good.
They're not very good. Not worth being called professional.
Yes.
The NFL's set to have their first ever game in Brazil as well coming up here. You guys know Notre Dame has touchdown Jesus, but Brazil up on the hill there has unsportsmanlike conduct.
Oh, yeah. Yes, he is.
Very good.
This week, Ocho Cinco said if the Chiefs lose, he'll divorce his wife and have no sex for a year. I did it the old-fashioned way. I had no sex for a year, then got a divorce. That's the more traditional path. Seems like a tricky way to get out of a marriage, Chad. Sorry, baby. I'm not a welcher. I said it. I gotta go. But the Chiefs won, so he's good. I think she needs to be careful, though. If he continues to make bets like this, that's a bad. If Patrick Mahomes Sr. gets another DUI this year, I'm leaving my wife. Like, all right. Odell Beckham is dating Kim Kardashian. Mm-hmm. Well, you can't make that catch with one hand. That's two hands. It's at least two hands. Mm-hmm. I was hoping that was going to be the closer.
Full figure. We were just picturing what you were telling us. A little too.
Kind of blacked out.
Kind of.
I could tell you something real quick. Coming up February 22nd, it's Frankfort, Kentucky at Porter's. It's Costaki Economopoulos. The 23rd, Huntington, West Virginia at Black Sheep. February 24th, Evansville, Indiana's O'Brien's Sports Bar. And the 25th, Owensboro, Kentucky, Goodwood Brewing. For Costaki live and in person for some great stand-up comedy. How about that, Costaki?
Yeah, I'm excited. It's a little brewery tour. It's going to be some really fun shows. And I get to drink beers, good fancy beers. That's always nice.
All right. Now, will your next report involve the draft?
Yes. Oh, no, there's one between now and then. March, there's always a big, we'll find out where Kirk Cousins is. Maybe the Falcons will have a quarterback. March is always a bunch of big news. And then the draft, and then I'll be gone for a while after that. I'll do a lot of sleeping on Tuesdays.
All right. Are you going to watch the, is it the UFL, Ace?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. March 30th.
I don't think so.
Yeah, right. No.
No.
It doesn't have any of the trappings. It doesn't have any of the big storylines, none of the big stars. It needs to have, if they're going to do an off-brand football, they should really commit and do weird stuff. They should get Ocho Cinco to play and Johnny Manziel and Tim Tebow. They make a spectacle out of it if they're going to do it.
They should get the Savannah Bananas or whatever and have their PR people get involved.
Do something nutty. Right.
Something fun.
If you're not going to be the premier thing, do a nutty thing. Yeah. That's what I think. I agree.
Okay. Well, thanks, Costaki. It's always
Thanks,
a pleasure. We'll talk to you soon.
Enjoy your day.